I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play Drive Rally in VR using UUVR. The VR mod by Raicuparta. The mod is completely free, and I'll put a link in the video where you can get it. I actually use Raicuparta, so I'll put a link to that so you can easily install UUVR and play Drive Rally also in VR. Now, let's go ahead and let's just play while I talk. Let's go. This is the first one. Let's go. Now, this is not a perfect mod. There are some issues. So most of this renders inside the VR headset, as you can see right now. I can look all around me, 360. Now, the mirrors do not work, but you can see I can look all around me. I'm seated down on a swivel chair. So, as you can see, you can look 360 all around. But what you cannot see right now is that there is a prompt saying, press A to continue. And it shows also a photo of like an Xbox One controller. And all the buttons. I am using a gamepad and Xbox One controller. However, there is wheel support for this game with force feedback as well. Let's go ahead and play. But as you can see,
power. That's our mantra today. Left square.
I can see everything that I need to see in game. I can see the speedometer. I can see my co-pilot.
Right one.
So this game is indeed fully playable in VR. And the only thing that does not render, like I said, is some of the menu UI. So if you can take some quick looks at the desktop to see what the prompts are, then you'll be able to navigate through the menus without any issues in VR.
Right three.
So, like I said, the VR mod is not perfect,
Right one.
but it's pretty good.
Left
You can see
three.
everything that you absolutely need to see in order to be able to enjoy this in VR. Now, there are different camera views. I'm using the behind the steering wheel view, which obviously I think is the best view for VR.
Right three.
I did wish the mirrors worked. That's about my only complaint about the game. And you might have noticed a frame rate drop there. I noticed a stutter there, which is obviously not good. I haven't messed with the graphical settings though to see if I can get this to run perfectly at 90 frames per second. This is basically me just testing out the game with UUVR. I'm not trying to perfect the experience. Just testing it out, seeing how it works. And I probably would mess around with the graphical settings a little bit just to get a smoothed out experience. I think it looks great. The low polygon art style here is actually done really well. I think it looks good. Even though it's a low polygon art style, I think it looks pretty good. Now, the developer describes this game as a arcade racing,
The next level awaits.
which I'm not going to argue is that, but I would say it's a mix of arcade racing and sim racing. That's what I would say. I don't think it's pure arcade racing. Okay, so let's do the next stage of this championship. But the other problem with this game is just the UI. As you can see here, we can see the UI. We can see the book, right? But and you're seeing this. This is actually my hand tracking. So my hand is away from my controller right now. You can see the little prompt there from the hand tracking. But anyways, the book isn't easy to read. I can barely read the book. But I'm taking a sneak peek at the desktop, and it says press A to continue. And then it says press A to drive. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep driving on this championship. And again, it says press A to continue again. You can't see it, but it's on the desktop view.
This is for every petrolhead at Deutsche Electric cheering for us. Right one.
Does every German person speak like this, or is it just an
Left
exaggerated accent here?
Right two.
Sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what it sounds like.
Left two. Left three. Left three. It could have been worse, you know. Right 3. Left 2. Right 2.
Woo! Wow, it's really hard to stay on the road at times.
Right 3.
Okay, right. I don't even know what these commands are. Like, I have to be honest.
Left 2.
I haven't been playing the game for very long. I only have like an hour in the game, so I'm definitely not an expert
Right
at
square.
rally racing or this game. But like I said, I'm just testing it out in VR. I would say the VR experience overall is pretty good. The two biggest issues, like I said, is that not all the menu renders to VR, so there's prompts that you're missing that you'd like to see in order to be able to drive without any issues. But as long as you're able to take a peek at the desktop view, you'll be able to easily get on your way. But the other big issue, I would say, is performance optimization. It's not the best. Even though it's a low polygon art style, you would think it should be able to run perfectly fine on an RTX 3080. But keep in mind, I have not messed with the graphical settings, so I could probably smooth out this experience. But this is just me testing out the game. And, I'm not going to harp too much on optimization. Obviously, it's not running at a steady 90 frames per second. I can't tell right now. I guess it's being reprojected at 90. I think it's running at 45 frames per second. And it's being reprojected to 90. That's what I'm seeing right now. So let's go ahead and, again, click A to continue. We got a new car part. You're not seeing this, but I'm seeing the desktop view says we got a new car part. And so let's erase one more leg of this before we give up and go to something else. And it says A to continue, which I totally forgot about. Here I was like, what's happening? Why is it not starting?
Electric spark is in the house. Let's electrify this race.
Arnold, all right. Oh, crap. Whoa. Ooh, we almost crashed. You do get time penalties if you crash into the railings here. You do get a time penalty. Have we gotten a time penalty yet? I'm not sure.
Left 2.
I'm sure if we keep racing though, it'll. Oh, there we go. We crashed into it. I don't know that we got a penalty though. We might have just been on the very edge. Oh no, we got a penalty. We got a penalty. We got a 3-second penalty for all that. So yeah, that's you gotta be very careful. I'm surprised that rally racing isn't more popular in the USA. You always hear about NASCAR racing, but or Formula One racing, but you rarely hear about rally racing. Which, to me, this is the most exciting type of racing. And it's just so perilous, just full of danger. I don't know how these drivers drive through these treacherous courses. I have no idea how they do it. I'm always amazed that they can pull it off without, there being oh crap. So there you can tell this is an arcade racing. That would not happen in real life. I totally messed up though.
Right 2, left 2.
Oh crap. Oh crap. I'm having trouble here. I'm having trouble. Uh-oh. Ooh, got another penalty.
Right hairpin.
Right hairpin. I got you, man. I got you. There we go. How you like that? But even though this is a low polygon art style, and like I said, it's not the best optimized, but I have to say, it does look pretty cool. I like this art style. It looks really good this is a pretty good looking rally racer.
We're in the mix.
If this developer could get this game to work on the MetaQuest 3 standalone, this game would sell like hotcakes. I'm really enjoying the game so far, but like I said, it is running 90. It's basically 45 frames per second reprojected, so that we're getting 90 reprojected basically. So let's click continue. Let's see what happens. Let's see it loads. We got something else. We got a new car? Yeah, we got a new car. You can't see this, so you're not seeing that because you just see the book. But I'm seeing the desktop screen, and we got a new book. Let's do something else. We definitely want our co-pilot to be Emma, and we're gonna be driving in the wherever this is. I can't read that. Wherever it is, it says Northern Lights, but somewhere snowy. Let's go ahead and drive there. Oh, this is Emma. Hey, Emma. And like I said, we can look all around. Hey, all right. Let's just drive. So I do highly recommend this game.
Race time! Let's dazzle them with our speed and my killer smile. Left 3.
Like I said, I did buy this game, and I bought it because I knew the UUVR mod worked with this game. And that's the only real reason I bought this game, because I knew that the UUVR mod worked with it. So I hope whoever this developer is sees this video and realizes that VR people buy his game solely for this unofficial third party, you know, just like I said, UUVR mod by Raicuparta. Just because there's a mod for his game that obviously the developer had ooh, that was a big collision there. Man.
That was fun, and we were kind of fast too.
I like her as a co-pilot. But like I was saying, I hope this developer realizes that people are buying his or her game
Left 1.
just because there's a third-party VR mod for it. And I hope this developer realizes that and says, you know what, let me bring official VR support to this game, because obviously this game would be much better with official VR support. It really just needs to be optimized for VR, and just the menus just be better rendered in VR. That's really it. That's the whole work that's necessary for VR.
Let's stay calm and cruise on. That result is sweet, like candy sweet, but better.
I still got third place. That was terrible. I was slipping and sliding all over the place. Okay, so I'm gonna end the video here. But like I said, I do recommend Drive Rally. It is a fun game. Like I said, it's not pure arcade. It's not pure sim either. It's a mix. But I've been enjoying it. But I would not have bought this game if it didn't have this VR mod that lets me play it in VR. And I hope at some point this developer decides to bring official VR support. It's almost there. Like, it's really close to being a good VR experience. It's just like I said, better optimization, better menus for VR, and then you're golden. It's already got wheel support, so, you know, you already got that. So, you know, it's ready for VR. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play Drive Rally in VR using UUVR, the free mod from Raicuparta. I'll put links for Raicuparta, and that way you can easily install the UUVR mod to Drive Rally. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.